Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to the Final Fantasy XIV Class and Job Quest. I do want to apologize for how slow these have been coming out. My work schedule and my personal life have not been super kind to my recording time. Some days that's just the way it goes, and unfortunately it's not going to get any better in the immediate future. For those who are familiar with the channel, I tend to take a vacation once a year during the summertime and once a year during the Christmas holidays. And my summer vacation is just about to come up, which means videos are going to be much slower, aka I'm basically gone for a week and a half. So I'm just down to what I can get built up ahead of time. In the meantime, I start doing releases every other day to try and build up said buffer. And it's been a fun time. Plus side though, this year I actually get to go to Gen Con. It's the reason why my vacation's a month later than usual, because normally I'm going during the 4th just to see family. This time it's Gen Con plus family, so bonus! I get to go hang out in Indianapolis for a couple days, so that'll be fun. But we're not here to talk about my vacation, we're here to talk about Amitra and the Summoner questline for Heavensward, because last time, she basically turned us into a summoner. We got the 3 Eggies, and we dealt with Tristan, who hung up his Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel deck because he sucked at it, and decided to become an evil summoner here in Eorzea. Don't think it worked out any better for him. Poor guy's dead. That's what you get for working for the Ascians, man. You should know better. A Fitting Tomestone.
Dekumon, you visit me at the most opportune moment. I have tidings that you of all people should hear. After our last encounter, I presented our findings on the art of summoning to my fellow scholars. Suffice it to say that the response has been enthusiastic. In addition to a flood of offers to assist with my research, I have also been promised a contribution of several rare elegant tomestones. I imagine that any summoning knowledge hidden within those relics would prove of great benefit to us both. Shall we journey out to Moldona now and pay a visit to our friend Rambaros?
Yes, we should. Let's go see Rambaros.
Dekumon, how fare you, my friend? As ever, we here at St. Cohn's Fund remain firmly entrenched in our efforts to excavate the secrets of the Garlean Empire.
That's not the right voice he had. He just had like the deeper one.
The members of Noah must be armed with knowledge if they are to truly pave their way into the future. Ah, I see you are here with the intrepid Amitra. Might I assume you have come to collect your promised tomestones?
I am most eager to sink my scholar's teeth into something new.
Then allow me to feed your fervor. We have uncovered a number of relics which, on cursory inspection, appear to contain detailed methodology for several summoner incantations. Who better than you to decipher their mysteries? Leviathan, Ramu, Shiva. With every new primal that appears, the importance of a thorough study of summoning magics becomes ever more apparent. Speaking of those particular deities, Dekumon, I'm given to understand that you had a hand in defeating every single one of them. Your name features quite prominently in the reports we see from the Scions at the 7th Dawn. And, as you were present at each of their downfalls, it then follows that your aura was infused with the essence of those primals. Could it be possible that you now have the potential to call forth new Eggi?
By the 12, of course! The most trying of the requisite conditions has already been met. All that remains is to perform the summoning rituals at locations charged with the appropriate elemental energies.
And yet I know for a fact I don't get Eggies of them, so... the heck?
Master Rambaros, can you suggest any places of which the etheric balance tips heavily towards either water, lightning, or ice?
Well, the singing shard should adequately serve your needs for lightning. The area is alive with the constant discharge of crackling energy.
Oh, the sinking shards it is then. Let us perform the austerities of lightning and attempt to bring Ramu Eggi into the world.
That would be amazing. We're changing history here. Why is it every time I come out to this space, this damn fate is here? Every single time it's here.
Let us then begin the austerities of lightning. Concentrate on shifting your etheric energies towards the desired element.
Okay. I shall summon forth an Eggi that does not exist in the game files. Nothing.
I sense nothing. I do not understand. All of the conditions have been fulfilled.
Yeah, we'll blame the devs on this one.
Summoning ritual has never failed us before. Whatever could we be missing? Well, there is still point in us remaining here if Ramu Egi will not answer your call. Shall we return to Gadonia?
Huh. Weird. Wonder what the explanation we're gonna get is. Well, Amitra, any ideas as to why I don't have 3 more Eggies waiting for me?
Hello, Dekumon. I scoured my research notes for a hint as to why the summoning failed, but there was no revelations to be found. I am forced to conclude that the cause must lie outside our current understanding of the art. Thus, shall I begin studying the tombstones we received from Rambros, and hope that they contain some heretofore unknown wisdom. Mayhap these new Eggi require a different manner of catalyst. While I delve into this mystery, I suggest you continue practicing your art. We enter an uncharted realm of summoning, and you must be prepared in both body and spirit.
Okay. Otherwise known as go get some levels and come back. The next summon request is available upon reaching 52. A matter of fact. You know what I noticed? Who's that person standing next to Yumitra in the banner? That's not Ramboros.
Greetings, Dekumon. Since we last met, the arduous task of deciphering those tombstones has occupied my every waking moment. I've made significant progress, but the cause of the ritual's failure yet eludes me. I am somewhat heartened, however, by my discovery of a number of new incantations. In fact, there was one spell which I believe you could soon master with the minimum of
Hello? Hey, look, it's the guy in the banner.
Pray forgive my interruption. You are the leaders of the research effort on summoning magics, yes? I'm Captain Dancing Wolf of the Immortal Flames. It is fortunate that I find you together as I have questions for you both.
And what would the Immortal Flames want with us, Captain Wolf? Does Uldar's military have some vested interest in the activities of summoners?
Just one summoner in particular, madame. We see a man by the name of Tristan.
Why? He's dead.
Oh, then you do know him. I've read reports that you have been in pursuit of our former soldier, but I always like to have confirmation of our intelligence. The Immortal Flames has its own reasons for wanting Tristan found. If you have any idea of his whereabouts, then I must know what you know.
You could try the 7 Hells, because it's pretty much where he would be. Hey, our first nod. See if we can get more than like the 2 we got in the last quest line.
So, Tristan matched his summoning magics against yours and was ultimately consumed in fire. And are you certain he perished?
Have we given you reason to suspect otherwise?
I do not doubt the veracity of your tale, but there has been an incident. A merchant caravan was recently attacked by a man who, by the description given, closely resembles Tristan in appearance. Should we allow the crime of a former Immortal Flame to go unanswered, then the integrity of the entire organization would be called into question. I will find him and see that justice is served.
We looked on as Tristan was engulfed in flames. Naught remained, not even a charred corpse. And we believed him utterly consumed. Could he have somehow survived that inferno? If he is alive, then we have unwittingly permitted the escape of a known pawn of the Paragons. Captain Wolf, you must allow us to accompany you on your investigation.
Your combined expertise in the summoning arts is most welcome, Lady Mitra. The attack occurred on one of the roads outside of Camp Drybone. Join me at the settlement proper and we can continue the search for witnesses.
Son of a bitch, he survived, huh? I'm betting he's probably possessed by now. Alright, we're here.
Mitra, Dekumon. As we are now cooperating in this investigation, I see no reason not to trust you with some of its duties. Let us split up and find out what these merchants know.
God dang it, I hate exploring Drybone. Everyone's always in the buildings and it's a pain in the ass to find everyone. Well, I got lucky and the first one's right here. You know anything there?
Now that you mention it, they did just cut in the body of a merchant. Such things are hardly noteworthy around here, though. As such, I failed to take notes.
So we know there's a body, but that's not much to go on. There's another person.
The attack out on the road. I heard the man who did it was swathed in a robe that was black as midnight. Wonder if it's tempered, I should think. Oh, son of a bitch.
I was right. I think he is possessed by that paragon from earlier now. Ah, there you are.
A friend of mine survived the assault. Said he even got a glimpse of the villain's twisted face. I'm certain he would tell you more had he not left camp the moment his injuries were bound.
God dang it. Why? Why would the freaking witness just run off like that?
So, we have one merchant left alive to tell the tale, According to my inquiries, our intrepid trader will likely be en route to Highbridge. We may yet catch him on the road if we are swift.
I have a sneaking suspicion we're gonna catch what's left of him in a freaking cinder pile. Yeah, that's a good sign. Although I will take it as a good sign because he's still alive. Here, my friends, have a solar Bahamut in the face. There. Problem solved. Come on, big guy. And yes, I know I just said big guy to a Lalafell.
I heard Maldra war cries, screams of, like, pain and terror. Are you unhurt, sir?
Yes, thank you. Well, aside from the injuries I sustained from a previous incident, I suppose. First the caravan, and now this. Must Thor be so eager to usher me into his hall?
It is concerning the assault on your caravan that we endeavor to seek you out, sir. Is there aught you can tell us of the attacker?
I should be glad to see him brought to justice. Though I did not see his face in any great detail, concealed as it was in the depths of a black cowl, I did glimpse a lock of silvery hair. By his stature, I marked him with Huronstalk, and by his fiery servant, a hell-spawned demon in disguise.
I mean, close enough.
A fiery servant?
Oh yeah, that's a summoner, alright. Did it happen to look something like this, except bigger and meaner?
Thor's balls, that's the one! Why do people find those things? The villain was in command of Ifriteki then, and we know the affinity Tristan has for primal flame.
Aye. All the evidence points towards our man. Thank you for cooperation, sir. You've been of great help to our investigation.
Oh, think nothing of it. Consider it poor recompense for my rescue at the hands of that gallant adventurer. Even if he did just scare the pants off of me, what the heck was that thing he summoned anyway?
I must report these developments to my superiors at the Hall of Flames. Pray join me in Uldar. There is more I would discuss with you.
Mm-hmm. See, look at that. Already we have more nods now than we did before. Okay, Uldar. One of my favorite hangouts.
You know Tristan's older brother, Caden. Both were soldiers in service to the Immortal Flames. Both were soldiers under my command. Our unit was one of many deployed at the mission to destroy the primal Ifrit, an operation that succeeded at a staggering cost. Those who were not incinerated were tempered, with Caden suffering the latter fate. As you well know, a primal's power is fueled by the faith of its thralls, and the greatest mercy we can grant such unfortunates is a swift journey to Thol's hollowed halls. Tristan volunteered to end the cursed existence of his own brother. He returned to Uldar with Kaiden's blood on his blade, and I watched, helpless, as the guilt slowly strangled the light from his eyes. No words of comfort could reach him, and when he had last quit the flames, he was a husk of the man he once was. Never did I imagine his grief-maddened mind would drive him to such desperate evils. Tristan was my soldier, and it is my responsibility to stop him. Thanks to your aid, we have mounting proof that he is still out there. When we are ready, we shall make our move.
We are content to follow your lead in this, Captain Wolf, and we should certainly be fully prepared if we are to meet the Dark Summoner in battle once again. To that end, Dekumon, I would teach you one of the incantations I gleaned from those repositories of elegant wisdom. It is a spell of damaging magic, employed in combat by the summoners of Eld. Let us call upon Captain Wolf again, once you have mastered its use. It would not do to engage Tristan while stumbling over unfamiliar magics.
Okay, and yes, that's a back nod. Alright, what spell are you going to be handling me today? You gain the wisdom of Ancient Alag. Oh, Energy Siphon, the AoE Ether Drain. That's not a bad spell to have. Next up, a minor negotiation. Auspicious timing, Dekumon. There's been news, and none of it good. Our soldiers in central Thanalan have reported another attack. I looked over the notes for the initial investigation. It would seem Tristan, or someone who looks very much like him, has struck again. I'll have one of my men contact Dimitri with the details, but I suggest we head out to the Nanao mines immediately and question one of the surviving victims. I'm not sure I'm familiar with where that is. I'm sure I'll find it. There we are, north of Blackbrush. You know, someone should do like a challenge mode run of Final Fantasy XIV. No teleporting, no mounts. Just your own 2 feet and see how long before they go insane.
What do you mean more questions? I spilled my tale to 3 different soldiers already. Oh, it gets further and further behind every time I gotta stop and talk to you bastards. Here's an idea though. How about you scratch my back and I scratch yours?
That big lad in the uniform there looks like he could lift some good-sized rocks. What about you, lad? You're some sort of mage. We just had some trouble with the local Spriggans swiping a fire silver, and you're just the bloke to get it back. That stuff's as rare as chocobo teeth, you know?
Now, just a moment, sir. We don't have time for these distractions.
Well, then maybe I don't got time to talk to you. Not until there's a little give with your take, you know?
Ugh, I'm a damn police officer. You can't do this to me.
Fine. I fear he means to be stubborn about this, Dekumon. Please humor the man and retrieve his precious ore from those Spriggans. I mean, I don't seem like this is going to be a huge problem. They're just Spriggans, man. They're not like they're going to be really threatening. Hey, look. Spriggan scratchings. Dead Spriggans. Wow. I said dead Spriggans. The fact that he survived that. I mean, I know energy drain does shit all for damage, but still. And we have 2 more of these guys? Oh, there's one. Hello, sir. Here, have a solar Bahamut in the face. Okay, where's number 3? Where is number 3? There you are. Thought for sure you'd be up here. My solar Bahamut wore off. Oh no! It seems I'll just have to summon oh god, there's friends. Yeah, we're summoning Garuda. You survived. Wow. I mean, you're not surviving that. I mean, that's the joy of level 80 gear, I suppose. But even then, that's rather impressive that those things managed to survive those. You working poor dancing wolf to the bone here. Well, you find them Spriggans, lad. What about me fire silver? Here, have it. Now stop mistreating poor dancing wolf and tell us what we want to know. Oh, you got the whole lot back. Much appreciated.
Oh, my apologies. My studies took rather long tonight. Captain Wolf, is everything all right?
Everything's fine. Now let's hear your story, sir.
I reckon you heard it. Oh, well, he was in the mine, loading the carts with oil for the day when this bloke in robes appears. Doesn't say a word. Bastard just snaps his fingers and sets his pet demon to light me mates on fire. Yeah, that's Tristan, all right.
Ifriteki, Dekumon, if you would be so kind.
Mm-hmm. Did he look a little something like this? Well, I'll be damned. Bloody hills. Oi, that's the fiend I saw.
'Tis as we feared then. And this robe-clad man, do you have any idea of why he attacked you?
Well, lass, there's more than silver to be had from Nanawa. On a good day, we dig up a fair share of crystals as well. That seemed to be what he was on after. I'm not ashamed to say that I fell for my life once folks started going up in flames. When I went back to sort out the mess, the cart that had the crystals in it was empty.
He took them all?
Aye, every single one. And that's all I got to say about that. Hope you catch the bastard. I gotta go fill that cart back up with more crystals.
Crystals. There was a crate of crystals on the list of goods stolen from that caravan. He must have taken everything else to conceal his intent. Our quarry goes clearless, or simply impatient. It is time I re-examined certain other incidents that we do not think related to this case. Meet me at the Hall of Flames and we shall discuss this matter further.
Thinking of a summoning, maybe?
I can only imagine one reason why a man such as Tristan would seek to acquire a wealth of crystals. Come, Dekumon, let us not keep Captain Wolf waiting.
Mm-hmm. No, he's summoning something, I'm just not sure what yet.
I inspected our incident reports, paying close attention to cargo manifests that included crystals. We had attributed several recent raids to the Amalja, but the victims were, every one of them, burnt to death. Not entirely impossible considering the Lizardman's affinity for fire, but to find not a single arrow was spear wound.
Mm-hmm.
Aye, 'tis highly unlikely. Mayhap I should state aloud what we are all thinking. Judging by the sheer number of crystals involved, we must assume that this villain intends to call forth the primal.
After my encounter with Ifrit, I learned just how devastatingly powerful these entities can be, and I believe that summoners with their ability to harness such power hold the potential to achieve great things. But if Tristan truly is mad enough to summon a primal, then that unthinkable act, and the bloody deeds he performed in preparation for it, will cause people to question the motives of all who practice the summoner's art.
My studies of the tomestones revealed to me a tale of adulation. The summoners of Arik were revered as heroes for their part in defeating the ancient primals. But reverence slowly turned to revulsion as practitioners, intoxicated by their own immense power, began wielding the art of summoning as a means to further their own selfish ambitions. That is to say, of course, that all summoners chose to become tyrants.
Oh, that is not to say, I'm sorry.
Amongst the common people, however, it became a strongly held superstition that those who meddled in the powers of primals ultimately fell into the embrace of evil. This superstition blossomed into outright terror, and that is when the mage hunts began. By the end of the Third Astral Era, the last of the summoners had vanished from the stage of history.
And should we allow Tristan to go through with his plans, and we risk a repeat of that tragedy? We'll review the state of patrols on the crystal trade routes. We will catch him.
Dekumon, before I joined you at the Nanawa Mines, I was able to recover another incantation that may prove useful in the coming days. Wield its power wisely.
Ooh, okay. New toy. New toy that I already have, mind you, of course, but new toy nonetheless. Alright. I am granted Ruin 3. Nice. Which I believe is actually the base spell I still use today. Yes, Ruin 3. Next up, Mad, Bad, and Ebon-clad.
Greetings, Dekumon. I hope you are prepared to take action. Ever since we increased our presence on the trade routes, our black-robed villain has ceased his attacks. Now it is our turn to go on the offensive. With the blessings of my superiors, I have arranged for a lightly guarded shipment of crystals with which we will lure Tristan into an ambush. And I want you there when we spring the trap. I've already sent word to Ymitra, and she will meet us at Camp Blue Frog. Let us bring an end to this, Dekumon.
Well, I think it's a couple quests too early to bring an end to this, but it's a good attempt to try, at least.
Dekumon, you're here. Good. Our crystal couriers have just left camp. The plan is simple. The caravan will head towards the processing plant, but conveniently break an axle before reaching the East Watchtower. We three will take up separate positions nearby and wait for Tristan to take the bait. I've had the driver complaining long and loudly about the lack of a suitable escort for his precious cargo, so we can be reasonably sure that an attack will come. I trust you've no need for further explanations. Head to your assigned position and do your best to keep out of sight.
I imagine this is going to be a duty calls. Surprisingly, no. It's just a normal wait at the spot, get a cutscene, I imagine, right? Yep, here we go. Okay, there's a Mitra. There's Dancing Wolf.
Oh, it burns! It burns!
Yep, Ascian robes, 100%. Fucking called it, man. Alright, time to raise some hell, buddy. Ebon-clad summoner. You know what, I'm not even gonna bother to throw anything bigger. You just have a tri-disaster. I have 2 tri-disasters. But I don't think that was Tristan. Just a hunch. Considering how easy that was.
Talk to me, soldier.
I'll live, Captain. He popped right out of thin air. Took me by surprise.
The same happened to me. Another man in dark robes stepped through some matter portal and assailed me with spells.
My position also came under attack. An underling, judging by the ease with which I dispatched him. But I have never before seen such teleportation magics.
I have. Fucking Ascians.
No, it cannot be.
You know this man, Captain Wolf?
This is Kaedin, Tristan's brother. But how? He was tempered, slain.
And now both siblings have disappointed me. Oh, okay. No, this is not Tristan.
And now both siblings have disappointed me. I should have exercised more care in choosing my pawns.
An Ascian! That voice! You were the one who taught Tristan the art of summoning! Have you come to inflict yet more misery upon the world?
Yeah, I'll change his voice, because I don't think he's gonna be the... Well, we can't have him be the goofy voice.
Tristan? Ah, yes, that was the other's name. I had hoped to groom him, granted him the knowledge of Aleg's mages that he might unleash his wrath against the primals. Alas, he was all too easily vanquished. No matter. The Bringer of Light has proven a more than adequate replacement for my failed Godslayer. With every primal you kill, the beastman's fervor grows ever hotter. We need but supply the tribes with crystals, and watch as they summon ever more terrible deities. When the confluence of chaos reaches its peak, the world shall be swallowed in darkness. Our master shall rise again.
He's gone. And we should be gone as well. I shall see that my soldier is treated for his wounds, then await you outside the Hall of Flames. Well, that didn't work out as well as we thought it would.
I believe some reassessment is in order. We know now that the black-robed maintenance we thought to be Tristan was actually his brother Kaeden, a reanimated puppet under the control of an Ascian, no doubt. Both brothers were present at Ifrit's defeat, so Kaeden's aura too would have been stained with the primal's essence, which, if I understand correctly, would explain his ability to command the Eggy. But for that Ascian to raise the lad's corpse and press him into service as his pet summoner, I shall see the blackguard suffered for his cruel depravity. Good luck with that, my friend.
Aye, the Paragon has many crimes for which he must answer, but we must move with great caution. The power of these immortals is not to be underestimated. I will return to Gadonia and redouble my efforts to decipher the remaining tomestones. We cannot face an Ascian unprepared.
What? I've done it enough times at this point. Heck, by now I've already killed Lahabrea. Alright, I could have tranced all night.
Dekumon, if you've come for word on the Ascian, I fear I have little progress to report. We did, however, hold a service for Kaeden. Again, I've assembled the soldiers from his old unit, and together we conveyed his remains to the priests of Thol. As for Thanalan's trade routes, there is still the odd raid by bandits of beastmen, but not that involves men in black robes. I must confess I am at a loss as to how we might track our foe now. Have you spoken with Amitra? I believe she had new findings to share with you.
Alright, let's go check on Amitra in Gridania. Okay, you're alright. I was half expecting you to be under attack or something.
Oh, Dekumon, there you are! We've much to discuss. I have been engrossed in my studies, you see, seeking every advantage for our inevitable clash with the Ascian. And as I struggled to unravel the ancient knowledge of the tomestones, I unlocked a good many mysteries, including the reason why you were unable to call forth Ramo Eggy. When you summon an avatar, you draw upon your body's reservoir of ether to grant life and form to what is known as an arcane entity. Of that much we already knew. I had, however, overlooked the simple fact that our etheric reserves are finite. Thus, the magnitude of Eggy that you are able to summon is limited by the extent of your own life force. Simply put, if the Eggy is too powerful, then the summoning fails.
Or, I imagine as in our case, if we control too many Eggies.
Oh, but do not despair. The summoners of Aleg devised a method by which one might circumvent this intrinsic limitation. Rather than attempt to summon a separate physical manifestation of certain Eggy, the most accomplished mages discovered that far less ether was required to infuse themselves with the essence of a primal's power. The technique by which the summoner would achieve this heightened state was known as a trance. What say you, Dekumon? Shall we see if you can master this method? It may even allow you to contend with a paragon, but not with the essences of an ordinary primal. Nay, we must set our sights on the most potent entity, the most fierce. I speak of the elder primal, Bahamut. On the day of the calamity, the dragon vanished in an explosion so massive that his ether was carried to the far corners of Eorzea. You, among many others, have already been touched by his essence.
Oh. So this is our explanation for why you don't have to have cleared the coils in order to learn this little trick.
All that remains is to perform the meditative ritual in a place steeped in Bahamut's energies, and you should be able to enter the trance of the Dreadworm. As for setting foot within the only suitable location, I believe Captain Wolf can assist us. Shall we pay him a visit?
Oh, are we gonna head to Cartano? Is that the plan? Alright. Where can we go, Dancing Wolf?
Amitra here is not certainly one to do things by half. She petitioned me to help gain entry to the ether-soaked wasteland of the Cartano Flats.
Ah, I knew it.
The Flats are disputed territory jointly administered by the 3 member nations of the Eorzean Alliance, and attempting to earn full admittance to the area is a bureaucratic nightmare. As matters stand, I was only able to secure permission to visit the Immortal Flames airship landing. If you wish to enter the Flats proper, we'll have to do so under the cover of night. Prepare yourself for a tense journey, Then make your way to the landing here in Uldar. I have one of our elite flyers standing by.
So we're gonna sneak into Cartano, huh? Well, hello, there's the duty calls I was expecting last quest.
I'll fly you to the front door of the flats, but that's as far as you're authorized to go. Stay on the landing or face the consequences, sir.
Yeah, screw that. Yeah, that's Cartano, alright. This is actually the arena they use for one of the PvP modes, the front line. I recognize it because I have gotten my butt handed to me here a couple times.
So this is what became of the Cartano Flats. Never before have I sensed such tainted ether. Let's not think alone, Dekumon. Turn your mind now to Bahamut's terrible majesty. Allow his power to seep into your very being.
Yeah, just not too much, mind you. Also, that was a nod. If I go too much into this, I might actually just turn into him.
Oh, nothing. You may need to deepen your meditations.
Do not attempt to harness. Do you truly attempt to harness the might of Bahamut? The essence of the Elder Primer shall tear your mortal flame asunder. It's our buddy the Paragon. Chaos rises in the presence of power, but you, bringer of light, can be allowed to shine no brighter. Come, and be doused in the endless waters of the 12th chalice. Oh, you little bitch. You know the best part is? Hey look, there's Dreadworm Trance! Yeah. At level 60, you don't have the summon Bahamut gag, so all you get is the trance. Alright, let's get our Ifrit Eggy on. Hello, speaking of Ifrit Eggy. Nope, moving. You're done. Ooh. I see. Cute. So that's the gag. Wait, this guy is tanky. That's alright. I will use my powers. Imagine every time I beat one of these things, I will get stronger. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Not where it should be. I figured it would be over here by where we took out the last one. God damn. Yeah, every time I kill one of these things, I'm gonna get a huge damage buff. That's the play, right? Until eventually I'm strong enough I can actually kill this guy without much difficulty. Oh, another 8. I'm working on it. Ah, this one's over here. Yeah, I know. We're on 3. 3 of potentially 5, or is this the last one? I'm hitting him hard enough, I'm about to steal, oh dear. Hang on, I gotta clean house here. How the heck did you survive that? Seriously. Okay, this is number 4. Is this the last one? Nope. Man, I'm gonna switch past one of these fires. Ah, fuck, I got stunned. Where's the next one? There you are. Okay, this is 5. I mean, clearly I'm gonna have to deal with the 6th one, yep. He's out. Give me my last goddamn attunement. can finally beat this Ascian down. Right? Dreadworm Trance! I've got it. Whew. And we are cooking. Oh, okay. Fight's over. Dude still had like 70% of his health. But I've managed to learn Dreadworm Trance in the most epic way possible through a duty calls. I did not anticipate this. You should not have been able to complete the meditations under such duress. And now I'm actually in trouble here. Well, time to go. But I shall not underestimate you again. Our next meeting shall be our last bringer of light. These guys remind me so much of Organization 13. I miss those guys. They were fun. Alright. I now have the Dreadworm Trance.
We did it! We faced a Paragon and lived! And it's all thanks to you, Dekumon. You and the towering might of Bahamut that you now command.
They give me a few more levels and I'll actually summon him for you. Hi. Despite the Ascian's interference, we achieved what we came here for. But I'm afraid this is not the place to celebrate. Let us return to the landing before the dawn's light finds us in forbidden territory. There we are. I was wondering if there was going to be a nod there. Yeah, let's get out of here before we get busted and spend the rest of the day in jail. Well, that was a fun little jaunt. We have reason to rejoice, my friends. It would seem our clandestine adventure went unnoticed by my superiors. And more importantly, we seized the upper hand in a battle against an Ascian.
The trance did appear most effective against our immortal foe. For such a hurried night's work, we managed to reap quite a harvest indeed.
Aye, but it is a pity the bastard fled when he did. I would have liked to have settled the score then and there.
'Twas for the best, Captain Wolf. If we would truly defeat an Ascian, then we must be prepared to destroy him utterly, both body and soul.
Yeah, that's kind of how you have to deal with them. And us without any white Orisite around. But I'll happily take the Dreadworm Trance. Which is one of those skills I imagine they can't really change around what level you learn it at because they'd have to rewrite this entire storyline. Last up, a flair for the dramatic. Dekumon, I was about to send for you. Yamicha should be here any moment. Ah, there she is.
Ah, wonderful. We're all here. I've been pondering some metaphysical theories and would discuss my conclusions with the both of you.
Okay.
Ever since our battle in the flats, the memory of our adversary fleeing the field has been preying upon my mind. According to the Scions in their research, the Paragons are effectively immortal. They are said to be ethereal entities with no physical form of their own, instead possessing mortal host after mortal host in an endless procession down through the ages. But once Dekumon had acquired the Dreadworm Trance, the haste with which the Ascian withdrew did not seem to me the action of a being who harbors no fear of death. Thus do I pose the question, could it be that the 12th Chalice and his black-masked brethren are not as practiced in the art of possession as their red-field masters?
Yeah, that part's probably true.
At the time of the battle, our bodies were only available hosts nearby. Assuming that he also lacks his superior's facility to flee to the space betwixt worlds, I suspect that our foe's sudden cowardice stemmed from an inability to force his soul into our living vessels.
Huh. That's an interesting thought. So paragons can only possess corpses. That would explain much, including the reason why he chose the deceased Kaedin to serve as his puppet.
I believe the theory is sound. Shall we put it to the test? If we are able to lure the 12th Chalice to a location devoid of potential hosts, then we might succeed in destroying him for good.
Or he could just, teleport away again. Oh, then what are we waiting for? We must begin devising a plan to draw the villain out of hiding.
Oh, not so fast, Captain Wolf. we must first obtain the means by which we can ensure the Ascian's demise. A mighty coup de grace, delivered before he has the chance to retreat. Dekumon, there is a passage within the last tombstone that describes how the power of a trance can be unleashed into a single devastating blast. The technique itself, however, was not explained. According to my research, it can only be learned from a forbidden book found on the shelves of the Great Global Library.
Oh, lovely. That place again.
To reach the library will require a long and perilous journey over Albathia's spine and into the wilds of the Dravanian hinterlands. But I believe we three are up to the task.
Well, okay. I mean, I'm just gonna teleport over there, but sure.
Oh, shall we be on our way then? The key to defeating the 12th Chalice will soon be within our grasp.
You two have a long walk ahead of you. I have one aetheryte ride. I really wish there was an aetheryte in this region other than just Idleshire. Oh boy, here we go. I imagine Sir Ascian is not going to be too keen on letting us learn this book.
Oh, now that we've all arrived, we can enter the library and begin our search for this forbidden tome.
Mm-hmm.
You have strayed far from the safety of your cities, foolish mortals. Whatever could you be planning?
Finding a way to kill you, buddy.
Again. Always he arrives at the worst possible moment.
Mm-hmm.
It is no coincidence, I fear. And this time he leaves not the chance.
He brought minions.
It wasn't amusing at first to watch you stumble like clumsy children, but too insistent is your dabbling. Those who will not dance upon our palm shall be crushed within our fist.
No more shall we endure your blinding influence. There can be no rival to the encroaching darkness.
You have earned the ire of La Habrea's most loyal servants. Did you imagine the battle ended with our master's defeat? Stand now, bringer of light, and suffer the pain of our retribution.
Would it not be wiser to retreat and seek the tome another day?
They mean to afford us no such opportunity, my dear captain. Either we stand and fight, or we die.
Well, then I choose fight. And I intend to win. Alright, immediately going into the big bomb. That's the spell that the game's like, hey, you should not know this yet. And I'm like, screw you, I know it already. Alright. Now for him. Got the small fry out of the way. Channel these ruby ruins because these things take so long to freaking cast. There's Titan. Anything else you want to play, dude, other than just the puddle? Uh-oh. Gotta get this away from the rest of the group. One? Okay. I'm gonna put this one. Let's put this one over here. I know I'm gonna drop it right on Amitra's head. I want to keep at least one of those rocks relatively close by. Just for the simple fact that if he does something similar to Ecliptic Meter, I need to have something I can hide behind. There's another one. I'm also trying to keep them away from each other, because that was also a relatively regular gag in coils. If the rocks got too close to each other, they'd blow up. Alright, we got him. Is that the ball game? It is. Awesome. Didn't need the rocks after all. That was easier than I thought.
were raised unto greatness by La Habrea himself. You defeated my master, bringer of light. Mayhap it is to me that your strength was beyond us, but the day will come.
You'll not escape us this time, Ascian.
Oh shit.
Now, Dekumon, unleash your power!
There it is. Show us the power. Honestly, that skill is like one of the strongest skills you have. Like, even now, that skill does so much damage. And you just keep getting better versions of it as you get more summons.
Oh, it's done! The Paragon is no more!
Nice.
A most impressive spell, Dekumon. But when did you learn how to cast it? Did we not first require the library's tome?
I mean, all I had to do is just clench the butt cheeks and yell from the top of my lungs.
My apologies, Captain. But in order to deceive one's enemies, it is best to begin with one's friends. There was never any such book. All the Dekumon truly required was the catalyst of battle to focus his energies. I knew that once the Ascian observed us traveling towards the library, he would assume we sought some long-buried wisdom. He could not risk leaving Dekumon free to gain even greater power, after all.
So this entire journey was a feint, a trap to lure him into the wilds. Well, you certainly had me fooled, ma'am. Remind me never to cross wits with you, immature.
Oh, the shit-eating grin there was cute. Well, that was fun.
Together, we have achieved something of which few people can boast. The defeat of an Ascian. Never could I have accomplished this deed alone. Thanks to your actions, Tristan's case can also be put to rest. Long have I been haunted by the horrors of that Ifrit mission, but at last I feel a measure of peace. I will return to Ul'dah and have a gravestone for Tristan laid beside his brothers. We may not have his bones, but it will be a place where the survivors from his unit can pay respects to the man he once was. I bid you farewell, my friends. May we meet again under happier circumstances.
I'm sure we probably will once I get around to the 80 quest. Alright, time to call it a day.
I too would extend to you my gratitude, Dekumon. In addition to untold slaughter, you have prevented summoning's tragic history from repeating itself in a new age. We must take greater precautions against its ancient art falling into the wrong hands. I will work alongside my colleagues in the Suns and be sure that the spread of summoning is closely monitored. Oh, if only we could uncover a lasting solution to the primal predicament, though. There must be a way to break this self-perpetuating cycle of beating force with force. As for myself, I shall continue my research into primals and summoning and offer the Scions whatever support that I am able. I am certain our paths shall cross again, Dekumon.
I'm sure they will. After all, we do have 2 more quest lines to finish up. But those will have to be another time. First off, let me pick up my Death Flare, which I believe that's the skill. No, Astral Flow. Right, because it changes depending on what you've got. Alright, that is all I have for today. You know what really sucks about the vacation going on, though? I'm gonna miss Patch Day. Oh, and I'm gonna have to finish this and the Scholar questline before I can even get to 7-3. Well, them's the breaks, I suppose, but that's the way it happens to play out. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Eorzean job listings, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.